Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 81 of the Sim Racing Show. And this week is massive because one of the biggest sim racing hardware brands in the world, it seems, has just been sold. So what does this mean for sim racers? We'll speak about it in just seconds. And Project Motor Racing has finally launched, and the first impressions are pretty consistent. But is it worth getting? We'll give you the honest lowdown. And Black Friday is turning into a little bit of a discount war. There's some more interesting discounts than we've probably seen in recent years. We're going to review the biggest discounts from the biggest brands. And sim racing is now officially part of the real world Nordschleife license pathway. Yeah, it's getting real. And this is crazy. Carmageddon is somehow coming back from the dead. So I wasn't expecting that. Don't miss it. We'll get into it. So ASETEK has just confirmed a massive development. The company has agreed to a full all-cash takeover offer from CQXA Holdings, a subsidiary of the Chinese manufacturer Chunki. The offer values ASETEK at 547 million Danish kroner, with shareholders set to receive 1.72 Danish krone per share. That's 110% premium on, I think, yesterday's closing price. Now, after a 6-month negotiation process, ASETEK's board has unanimously concluded that this is the best possible price and will recommend that shareholders accept it. Full disclosure, I am not a shareholder in ASETEK, just letting you know. Several major shareholders, though, along with board members and executives, have already committed to tender their shares, and that represents about 33% of the company. So if this is all approved, the deal is expected to complete in Q1 2026, after which Chunki says they plan to keep ASETEK operating as a distinct business unit, including its SimSport division. And they say the goal is to expand globally using Chunki's financial resources while maintaining ASETEK's existing brands and expertise. Now, I think this is a huge shift for ASETEK. Remember, I've been to the HQ in Denmark. It's a big HQ, lots of people there. It's a proudly Danish company. The CEO's son is a racing driver as well. And they made their money really in CPU cooling. They had patents on CPU cooling. What does this mean for sim racing? So we spoke, if you remember, in sim racing shows after Sim Racing Expo, I said to you, I think there's too many brands, and I think we're going to see M&A, and it's starting now, and there's going to be more of it. Potentially, we could see greater economies of scale with production of ASETEK sim racing equipment. That could mean lower prices. Alternatively, we could see the ASETEK brand being used to just rebadge existing kind of Lightstar game generic looking stuff, which would be sad, I think. So it could go either way. Let me know in the comments whether you have ASETEK equipment or not, what you think about this takeover, because I think we're going to see more. Now, Project Motor Racing dropped on 25th November, which they madly hyped the game. If you've been following the Sim Racing Show, you'll know that I've been telling you to take it all with a pinch of salt. These are the people behind Project Cars 3, of course, and the reviews came in, and it's being slated. It's one of the worst reviewed games I can remember in recent times. It makes Rennsport look like The Last of Us, frankly, in terms of the review reception, and it's now almost impossible to have a nuanced discussion on the game because it's just been completely put on fire. Whether it's the publishers or developers, but the marketing hasn't helped itself. My personal thoughts on it, they shouldn't have marketed it so aggressively, obviously, calling it like the best sim with the best AI. We're always going to be cynical of that. But some people are going to be optimistic. Some people, and I don't blame them or blame you if you're one of them, are going to believe them when they say, we have the best AI in the world. We have the best handling in the world. Like, they should be telling the truth. They were massively embellishing the truth. And I'm glad that I was able to do my bit in terms of reviewing the press copy, playing the press copy, because I wasn't meant to do a scored review. That's not a problem, I don't do scored reviews anyway. But I was playing it and just showing you guys and telling you what I think. I was like, this hypercars don't make sense, GT3s don't make sense. It doesn't make sense that it doesn't inform you what the tyres are doing. It doesn't tell you to warm up the tyres. It assumes that you know. It doesn't tell you how to set up the cars. It assumes you know. It doesn't tell you that there's force feedback per car. It assumes you know. So you can see where this game has kind of gone wrong. I would have marketed the game in a different way. I would have harkened back to sort of Need for Speed Shift, maybe just being clear about being related to the original Project Cars games. I would have said this is not going to be like iRacing. It's not going to be like LMU. I wouldn't have even put so many GT3s and hypercars in the game. I don't know whether that was an IMSA requirement or something. I would have kept it on the historics, and I would have had more of a curated experience for players, that you start in less powerful cars and you have some narration, you have some kind of prestige about the car. So maybe they can repackage it, but it's a mess. I think they've lost control of the narrative, because you have hardcore sim racers reviewing it saying this isn't as good as hardcore sims. You have Gran Turismo 7 people reviewing it saying this is way more confusing than Gran Turismo 7. So it's in no man's land. For me, it should have just firmly said, like, we are a bit more casual than the Super Sim stuff, but that's my thoughts. So let me know what you think in the comments if you've been playing it, but just to be very clear with you, there is big disappointment. Buggy AI, inconsistent performance. A lot of people, I haven't had inconsistent performance. It's been good on my PC, but I have a beastly PC. Console compatibility with peripherals, wheels not really working. Servers have been down since day one. Even the flow of the game and the multiplayer menus is just too slow, and maybe a certain amount of either arrogance or naivety in not understanding the consumer of these sort of games and the experience they're looking for and the guidance that they need. So Project Motor Racing has come out. It's been a letdown. That means that this year we've had ASETEK Evo come out, that I said I warned people not to hype it up because I didn't think free roam was going to come. It didn't come. We're going to hit the whole year. Free roam won't have come out, I'm pretty sure. And I've had abusive comments, people telling me, why are you saying free roam's not going to come out? It's on the roadmap. And I said, don't believe the roadmap. Rennsport came out. Again, I don't think that was marketed in the best way. I think that should have been very much SIMUCUBE Racer and Project Motor Racing as well. ASETEK Rally stands out for me. Wreckfest 2 stands out for me as 2 early access games done right. Now, before we go on to more big Black Friday deals, a big shout out to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video, and they're doing a big Black Friday sale as I understand it. So some actual Black Friday stuff from Instant Gaming. Obviously, you know that they've got good discounts on games anyway, but apparently they're going to go a little bit extra. So if you are looking at picking up ASETEK Rally, Le Mans Ultimate, ASETEK Evo, or if you're particularly brave and you know all the disclaimers, Project Motor Racing, or literally any other racing title, check the link in the description, because some of the prices right now are already crazy. So ASETEK Rally, 49% off, so it's under $20. Le Mans Ultimate, 55% off, is $20. ASETEK Evo, 49% off, costs $24. And if you want to know, Project Motor Racing, I think is 40% off, and I think it's about $40. So it's double the price of Le Mans Ultimate and ASETEK Evo, which is kind of crazy. But if you're looking for sim racing games, you know what to do. Go check my affiliate link in the description. It really helps me out. And a big thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring another sim racing show. Now let's get into the Black Friday sim hardware offers and what's worth getting. So here's a quick recap for you. FANATEC dropped Black Friday discount. Not massive. However, I think the jewel in the crown is actually on Amazon. Don't buy it through FANATEC. People have been burnt before. I know Corsair's come in, they're doing a better job, but just buy it through Amazon. Amazon are doing, I think, on Black Friday in some territories, you can return it up to the end of January, so basically February. So Amazon are doing the GT Pro Gran Turismo wheel, 5 Newton meters, and I think in the UK that was about £470 when I saw it. So that's a very good deal. Keep out for that. Obviously, you can get the aftermarket boost pack as well. You can go from 5 to 8. THRUSTMASTER have done massive discounts. The T598 in the US through their website is $70 off, so it's $529. However, in the UK on Amazon, £366. Let me repeat it. £366 for a T598 direct drive bundle. Yes, the pedals aren't very good, but they're bringing the load cell in Q1, they say. The rim isn't fantastic, but it's serviceable. And the wheelbase is a 5 Newton meter direct drive wheelbase with that overshoot. Bear in mind, there have been disconnecting issues with the T598, and that's why, again, I would recommend buying it on Amazon. MOZA, big discounts as well. I did a separate video on it, a showcase for MOZA. The highlights were really the R3 is now $279 for PC, a little bit more for the Xbox version. And in the UK, it's £280 at Argos. So one of the biggest retailers in the UK, you can walk in to a Sainsbury's, get your sausages and bacon, and come out with a R3 direct drive as well. If you're in America, you won't get that. Please, people in the UK, explain what Sainsbury's Argos, how that works. R5 bundle is also $399. R12 wheelbase with KIRETH'S wheel bundle was $639, but I would actually think the again, a bit of a jewel in the crown is the R9 is $299, and the CRP2 load cells are $349. So you can start to make your own little R9 bundle. Logitech, they've discounted G923. That's $100 off and costs $299. G29 is also $100 off, costs $229. But don't tell Logitech this. I wouldn't get either of those. I get the RS50, which just seems to be like really aggressively discounted with my code. Again, don't tell Logitech, but my code seems to work better if you do an individual bundle, saves you even more money. I think in the UK for a PlayStation compatible RS50 with load cell pedals, the hub and the rim, it's £600. It's looking like it might go under £600. So that is crazy. I can't remember what the dollar price is, but it's also very good. And just to let you know that I think the G Pro in the US is $300 off, and it costs $899 now. So lots of deals. Again, as always, link in the description or www.simracingdiscounts.com. REVOSIM. I often get questions about REVOSIM. They're doing a Black Friday discount. RS Pure steering wheel plus the base, so that's 9 Newton meters, and the load cell pedals is £100 off, so that's now £599, also €599. And I've got a video coming out with REVOSIM where I teased out of them that the console versions, they said to me, should be about €50 more. So we're looking for a €50 uplift for PlayStation or Xbox. So that could be kind of interesting. ASCHER Racing, you can see behind me I've got Max Verstappen's wheel, and I've got another ASCHER Racing wheel here. They're doing discounts at the moment. The Artura Sport, which is basically like this but doesn't have these dials here, is €160 off and costs €639. That is a very good price for one of the wheels with the best build quality in sim racing. This is what Max Verstappen's using. These wheels have unbelievable build quality, so go check out ASCHER if you've got that kind of budget and you're looking for a GT3 wheel that's just going to be incredible quality. ASETEK, so yeah, also being taken over, also doing crazy sales. Why they're doing crazy sales? I read their financial statements. They said that they were going to try and convert some inventory to cash. So 40% off huge products. Original Invicta hydraulic pedals, 40% off. 40% off their La Prima Formula steering wheel. That's now only €200. Might be VAT as well on top of that. For €200 for the La Prima Formula wheel is insane. That's probably better than the McLaren GT3 you see behind me. Possibly quite a bit better in terms of build quality. And it's also cheaper. So 40% off, 35% off. Again, check my ASETEK links in description. Now, sim racing did just level up in a big way. Speaking of Max Verstappen and Max Verstappen's wheel behind me, sim racing now officially counts towards earning a Nordschleife racing permit IRL. So yes, Nürburgring has confirmed that sim racers can use the digital Nürburgring Endurance Series, aka DNES, on iRacing as part of the pathway to obtain the DPM Level B permit. That's a license you need before you can even think about racing at the Real 24 Hours Nürburgring. This is quite cool. I remember back in 2015, 2016, when Gran Turismo was saying GT Sport could get you a racing license, and I was really excited about that because I was karting at the time, and I thought maybe I could get into doing some car racing, maybe get a license. In the end, I got my FIA license through my karting anyway, and the GT Sport thing never happened. So this is a nice little full circle thing for me that is coming back, like getting these licenses through sim racing. And obviously Max has played a big part of that. The spotlight that him and Chris Lullum have put on it through winning at the Nürburgring this year showcase that DNES can be more than just kind of esports. It's also really showing you how to drive the track, understand the cars, etc. There is another key requirement though. Drivers will still need to hold an international grade D racing license before using that route. But once you've got that, the DNES apparently does really fast track it onto the grid. It's another sign of how far sim racing has come, which is a great thing for all of us. Now, I promised you to chat about Carmageddon, so put a car emoji in the comments if you remember the OG Carmageddon, because a new one is actually happening and no one saw it coming, because last week out of nowhere, a brand new title in the series was announced called Carmageddon Rogue Shift. It looks like we're heading back into full-blown vehicular combat chaos, but what we don't know is a big question everyone's going to be asking. are they bringing back all the pedestrians? Because right now it's unclear and the teaser doesn't give anything away, and I'm not sure you can do that these days. But it's been developed by 34 Big Things, the studio behind the Redout series, ultra-fast Wipeout style anti-gravity racing game. So seeing them jump to Carmageddon is quite interesting. More details dropping in December, so we'll find out soon just how wild this reboot is going to be. And just a final plea, if you enjoy the Sim Racing Show, vote for me for the Autosport Creator of the Year. We are an award-nominated Sim Racing Show now, which is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Please vote for me, please share it, and I'll see you next week.